and welcome. Today we have a special guest, Julie, who is willing to ask her communication questions so all of us can learn. And just before we got on, Julie was talking about, what do you do when you have a family member that you feel behaves in a way in public that is embarrassing or doesn't reflect who you are. And then, Julie, what did you say to me? You said there's a way that you kind of talk yourself through this. What do you say?
I'd say that this person's not a reflection of me.
Yeah.
To separate myself and not take ownership of the way that they're acting.
Yeah, which is great, because what you're doing there is you're starting to separate yourself so you're not like enmeshed in a relationship. A lot of times people are in a relationship and they don't know where they end and another person begins. And so one way to say is you are not a reflection of me. Okay. So this is reminding me when I was younger, my dad would say things and I'd be like so embarrassed. I would like want to crawl under a table. And I wish I had that line for myself at that point in time. And then something dawned on me, which was, all of us probably have that person in our lives who doesn't care as much about what other people think as we do, right? And so if you have that person in your life, bring that person to mind. And actually, for a moment, I think we should ask ourselves, what can we learn from this person, right? So we say they should keep it more in the box, be a little more contained, act more socially appropriate, whatever it is. Not ruffle feathers, right? But the truth is, this person is actually authentically being themselves. And they're showing up as who they are. They're not pretending to be somebody else so that the world will like them. They're showing up as exactly who they are. And the world gets to decide, do I like the person who's in front of me? And so where is one place in your life that you think you could show up a little more as who you are? What's something you might do if you didn't worry about other people judging you or thinking negatively of you? Would you crack more jokes? Would you, let your hair down? Would you wear something a little bit, fancier? I don't know. Where might you take some risks if you weren't so worried about other people judging you?
It's a good question.
I can see just asking it got you a little uncomfortable.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'd be more silly.
I like that. A little silly, a little playful.
Yeah, I guess I do notice maybe this person is there reminding me, because before, back when I was after college age, I had a lot of friends and I could be me and I could just be silly and I didn't really care how I acted, what I acted like, because there really wasn't any judgment. In fact, they would tease me, but it would be in a way that it was a loving kind of a teasing, that I would always do silly things and just laugh at them myself, because I couldn't believe I'd go to the same person's house millions of times, and every single time I'd call this person and say, wait, how do I get to your house? And it was almost like the lightness of airheaded, but They would laugh and they'd make fun of me, and then all my other friends would sort of, oh yeah, that's Julie. She's always coming to the same place and getting lost every time she's trying to get there. But that thing would sort of lighten it up and make me feel loved, and people did my silliness, and it didn't matter what I said or did, if I did something wrong or I made a mistake or anything like that. I think as a parent now, I feel this sense to be responsible. And so maybe it's partially this responsibility has taken over, and I'm nervous if I make a mistake or I do something that looks bad in front of the kids, or I mess up or whatever, that they're gonna think of me differently, or because they don't really know that side of me, that silliness.
Well, I think we just got what's coming next, which is, how old are your kids?
12 and 15.
12 and 15. Do you want them to go out into the world and be really contained and worried about how they look? Or do you want them to experience the you in college who was free and carefree and loving and connected? Right? You want them to be able to do that.
Yes.
And so it sounds like motherhood got you into like a sense of responsibility and containment. And this person is in your life to remind you about freedom and carefree and connection and silliness. So how about if you just start doing one thing, one silly thing each day, something that you wouldn't have done otherwise, something spontaneous, something, cracking a joke. I don't care what it is. Waving at the person, next to you that you don't know. I don't know. But whatever it is, just noticing that part of yourself and allowing it back in, because it sounds like she's already there.
No, it's actually funny that you bring it up now and it's coming to more fruition, because recently my family and I went out to dinner and my husband and my son were saying to me, I dare you to ask the waitress, because we were ordering fajitas, and they said, I dare you to ask her like this. We'd like to order fajitas. And I did it just because I thought, okay, fine. What do I have to lose? I don't need to, it doesn't matter. So I did, and they were cracking up. They couldn't believe I actually listened to them and said it to the waitress, and just completely let go and didn't care.
Oh, I love it. So for all of you out there that know that there's been responsibilities that have come in your life that may have changed you, and maybe it's time to do a little reflection. And instead of making the people wrong in your life who show up unfiltered and authentic, what if it's just a little reminder for you to find your fun side again and let go of worrying about how other people reflect on you, and take responsibility for yourself and kind of join in the fun with them? Because it sounds like your dinners will be a lot more fun with fajitas. Oh my God, fajita. What did they have you say?
Fajita.
But what did they have you say?
That's what they had me say. Instead of a fajita, they said, say fajita.
Fajita. I love it. Well, thank you so much. I really love this story, and I think it's going to bring a lot more fun and light in a lot of people's day. So thank you, Julie.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.